13 expensive things that were once stolen. Some made us wonder why. The Mona Lisa, Nutella, the Empire State Building, and inflatable gorillas. All of these things have something peculiar and common. They are all pretty expensive and all of them were stolen at one point or another. You might ask yourself how these heavily secured objects could be stolen, or why anyone would want to steal an inflatable gorilla. Well, some criminals are very determined and others like to choose unconventional paths, so nothing can stop them from getting what they want. Even if they want a wool room, we compiled a list of expensive and sometimes weird items that give us a glimpse of what thieves like to steal. Before starting the video, gently hit this subscribe button. Also press the bell icon to know about our new coming videos. And don't forget to like, comment and share. Number 13. Inflatable gorilla, worth $6,000 US. A 30-foot tall inflatable gorilla was stolen from an auto dealership in Simi Valley, California in 2010. It was later found at a local high school. Apparently, it's pretty common to steal inflatable apps. One was stolen from a mall near Seattle, Washington, another from a car dealership in Alberta, and one more from a gym in New Zealand. Number 12. Nutella, worth $20,000 US. About 11,000 pounds of Nutella were stolen in Nutella, Germany in 2013. It's not that hard, though, to understand the motive of the thieves. Eating so much of this delicious bread is something we occasionally wish we could do. What is more, the Atlantic suggests that there's even a secret Nutella black market. Number 11. Hair extensions, worth $30,000 US. Although pretty weird, hair theft is actually pretty common. There was one time someone stole $30,000 US worth of hair extension from a beauty salon. On another occasion, someone stole $8,000 US worth of hair. Number 10. Cheese. If you think you can only encounter pirates at sea, you are terribly wrong. There are also so-called cheese pirates. They once stole $46,000 US worth of cheese, and it wasn't the first time someone stole cheese in that area. Number 9. Rocket engine, worth $2 lakh US. In 2012, NASA confiscated a stolen Saturn RL-10 rocket engine and it was being auctioned off. The seller claimed he bought it from someone else, and that person claimed that a NASA employee had sold it to him. Someone even tried to sell this same or even a smaller rocket engine on eBay in 2010. Number 8. Dinosaur Bones, over $1 million US worth. Eric Prokopi, a paleontologist, stole dinosaur fossils from Mongolia and smuggled them to the US. He was arrested, spent 3 months in jail, and has since been helping authorities investigate the black market for fossils. Number 7. Dorothy's ruby red slippers, worth $2 to $3 million US. The iconic shoes from the Wizard of Oz were stolen from the Judy Garland Museum in Minnesota in 2005. The thieves tried to extort money for their return, but in 2018, the FBI safely recovered them and identified the suspects. Number 6. The Davidoff-Morini Stradivarius, worth $3.5 million US. This rare Stradivarius violin was stolen in 1980. It was taken from the New York City apartment of famous violinist Erica Morini, who was 91 at that time and passed away shortly after the theft. The FBI didn't recover it until 35 years later. Number 5. Maple syrup, worth 20 million US dollars. 7,20,000 gallons of maple syrup were stolen in Quebec, Canada in 2012. 45,16,000 gallon barrels were fired up a reserve to ensure there was enough supply during low production years. The thieves drained the barrel of their contents and stole the syrup. Luckily, it was later found in another facility, although its owners claimed it had been bought legally. Number 4. The Lyra, worth 57 million US dollars. This gold table sculpture was stolen from Vienna's Art History Museum in 2003. The thieves climbed the scaffolding outside the museum, broke a window and stole the sculpture, evading the motion detectors. It was reacquired a few years later when the thieves tried to demand a ransom from the museum insurance company and were caught. Number 3. The Amber Room, worth 142 million US dollars. Some people's greed knows no bounds, and the next item on your list is a perfect illustration of that. The Amber Room was designed in Prussia by a German sculptor and constructed by a Dutch craftsman. It was later given as a gift to Russia and moved to the Winter House in St. Petersburg's past, and then to the Catherine Palace in Pushkin. During World War II, the Nazis came and looted the room and later shifted it to Königsberg, Germany, now Kaliningrad, Russia. In 1944, it was destroyed in a bombing raid. Number 2. The Empire State Building, worth 2 billion US dollars. The Empire State Building wasn't physically stolen, but the property was. The Daily News wanted to show a loophole in the way the city's system records transactions. They filed fake paperwork to transfer the deed of the property, and in doing so, stole the building in just 90 minutes. Number 1. The Mona Lisa, worth 2 billion US dollars. This famous Leonardo da Vinci painting was stolen from the Louvre in 1911. The thief had worked there as a handyman for some time. He hid in a closet, and when the museum closed for the night, stole the painting. When the museum opened the next morning, he simply walked out with the painting under his smock. It was found only 2 years later when the criminal tried to sell it on to an art dealer.